Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, you know.
Folks have been side-eyeing Diddy and Justin Bieber's relationship for years. The whispers, the rumors, all of it has been oding around. That clip just added fuel to the re. Now here's the wild part. Justin tried to speak on it once, but Diddy shut that down on live TV, plain as day.
And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
But Justin ain't laughing no more. Dude's been carrying some heavy trauma, and now on day 4 of the trial, Justin Nally let it all out.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you.
And the second his truth hit the courtroom, Diddy completely lost it. So here's what went down. Justin's representative made a statement to TMZ addressing all the speculation. The statement said, and I quote, "Although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve." Let me just say, this statement is telling. Justin is essentially acknowledging that while he personally wasn't a victim, he's confirming that there are victims who deserve justice. That's a pretty big deal coming from someone who was so closely associated with Diddy during his formative years. It's like if your friend came out and said, "I wasn't hurt by this person, but I know others were." That's still damning testimony, period. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've all seen those videos that have resurfaced showing Diddy and teenage Bieber hanging out, and they are uncomfortable to watch now, to say the least. Like that infamous 2009 video where Diddy, a grown man in his 40s, is talking about spending 48 hours with 15-year-old Bieber, and calls it a 15-year-old's dream. Excuse me? Red Ags are literally shooting up like reworks on the 4th of July. Let's actually look at what was said in that video because the receipts don't lie.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
I'm sorry, but we can't really disclose what you're doing with a minor. That is giving absolute predator energy. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. The internet has been going wild with reactions since these videos resurfaced, with people on X, formerly Twitter, expressing major concerns about these interactions. The video continues with Diddy saying,
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go buck full crazy.
Going crazy.
Like, what does that even mean? Buck full crazy with a teen? That's not just a red ag, that's a whole red banner ying over his mansion. Imagine if some random 40-year-old man was talking about going crazy with your 15-year-old brother or cousin. You'd be calling the authorities immediately. But it gets worse. In the same video, Bieber, who was just a kid at the time, suggests they go get some girls, to which Diddy responds, "A man after my heart, that's what I'm talking about." This is a grown man encouraging a child to get girls. I literally cannot with this level of inappropriateness. And that's not all. According to reports, Diddy also promised Bieber a Lamborghini when he turned 16 and his mansion when he turned 18. Talk about grooming behavior. That's literally like saying, here's some expensive gifts if you stick around. Classic manipulation tactics that predators use. But the question on everyone's mind has been, was Justin Bieber actually a victim of Diddy's alleged predatory behavior? Well, according to Justin's official statement through his rep, the answer is no. But that doesn't mean we should dismiss the clearly inappropriate dynamic between them. Another Super Seuss interaction was caught on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2011, where Diddy essentially warns Bieber not to talk about the things he does with Big Brother Pooh. Excuse me? What things? Why can't he talk about them? The secrecy around their relationship is giving major creeper vibes.
And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Like that statement alone would have my FBI agent putting in overtime. Everything ain't for everybody is code for what we do is not appropriate for public consumption. And that's concerning AF when one party is a minor. According to multiple sources, Justin is completely disgusted by the allegations against Diddy and wants nothing to do with this entire situation. I mean, fair enough. The guy is probably traumatized just having these old videos resurface and being forced to relive whatever experiences he had during that time. Reports from the Daily Mail indicate that Justin has been deeply affected by the news, with sources saying he's so disturbed by the Diddy news and is unwilling to process it or discuss it, so he has shutto. That sounds like someone who's dealing with some serious emotional fallout from being associated with this situation. One insider told Us Weekly he is completely disgusted. He wants nothing to do with this entire situation. He's in a hard place mentally right now. And honestly, who can blame him? Imagine having your teenage years scrutinized like this and being linked to one of the biggest scandals in entertainment history. That's enough to make anyone shutto. But here's where things get a bit more nuanced. While Justin has denied being a victim, his emotional response suggests that there's more to the story than we might know. According to some insiders, Bieber regrets his 2023 collaboration with Diddy on the album, the Love album, Off the Grid. A source said, if Justin had known about the accusations against Diddy, there is no way he would have done it. This suggests that while Justin might not classify himself as a victim in the legal sense, he clearly feels betrayed and disgusted by Diddy's alleged actions. It's like ending out your childhood hero is actually the villain of the story. That kind of disillusionment can be devastating. What's also interesting is how Justin has evolved in his understanding of the music industry and its darker sides. In a 2020 interview with Zane Lowe, Bieber broke down in tears when talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish from the music industry. This emotional moment takes on a whole new meaning in light of the Diddy allegations. When Justin says he doesn't want Billie to go through anything I went through, what exactly is he referring to? While he doesn't mention Diddy specifically, it's clear that Justin experienced some form of trauma or exploitation during his early days in the industry. But here's what we do know for sure. Justin Bieber is now focused on healing and moving forward with his life. He welcomed a baby boy named Jack with his wife Haley in August 2024, and sources say he's thrilled to be a dad, and that his happiness being a dad has outweighed his anxiety about Diddy. A source told People magazine that while Justin is aware of Diddy's arrest and all the allegations, he wants to focus on being a great dad and husband, and has been in a happy bubble since his baby's arrival. And honestly, good for him. After everything he's potentially been through, he deserves some peace and happiness. So what does all of this tell us? While Justin Bieber may not consider himself a victim of Diddy's alleged crimes, it's clear that their relationship was problematic at best. The power dynamic between a teenage star and a much older industry veteran was clearly imbalanced, and the recently resurfaced videos show interactions that are uncomfortable to watch, to say the least. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Diddy's alleged predatory behavior and what's been coming out during his trial. And y'all, it is bad. Like, worse than when your ex posts a thirst trap right after you break up, but like criminal level bad. So, Diddy was arrested on September 16th, 2024, on some seriously heavy charges: racketeering conspiracy, sex tracking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. These aren't just small accusations. We're talking about allegations that could land him in prison for 15 years to life if he's found guilty. And he's been denied bail, which means he's sitting in jail right now while his trial unfolds. The most disturbing part, according to Houston attorney Tony Busby, there are over 120 accusers alleging rape, sexual assault, and sexual exploitation against Diddy, including accusers as young as 9 years old. 9 years old. I literally cannot even process that level of depravity. That's literally a fourth grader, y'all. I'm disgusted. And it gets even more disturbing when you consider Diddy's infamous Freak O's, which, according to court documents, were sex performances that Diddy allegedly planned and controlled, often recording them electronically. These Freak O's sometimes lasted days at a time. I'm sorry, but what kind of sick, twisted behavior is that? As I mentioned in part 1, one of the biggest questions surrounding this case has been whether Justin Bieber was exposed to or involved in any of this alleged behavior. While Justin's spokesperson has clarified that he was not a victim, the speculation hasn't stopped, especially given those creepy videos that have resurfaced. Let's talk about what we know about Diddy's trial so far. Now, if you're sensitive to disturbing content, you might want to skip ahead a bit because this gets pretty dark. The trial began on May 12, 2025, and it's expected to last anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks, according to Judge Subramanian. In the arrest week of the trial, Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, testified about her experiences. Cassie had previously led a lawsuit against Diddy in November 2023, claiming sexual assault and abuse. That lawsuit was settled out of court that same month, but now she's testified as part of the criminal case against him. During her testimony, Cassie addressed some of the rumors that had been circulating, including the speculation about baby oil containing drugs. She clarified that this wasn't the case, showing that even some of the rumors about Diddy's behavior might not be accurate. But let's be real, there's plenty of other disturbing behavior that has has been corroborated. One of the most shocking aspects of the trial has been the revelation that Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by Homeland Security agents in March 2024. They reportedly left with boxes full of electronics, which potentially contained evidence of these alleged freak-O's and other criminal activities. Now, let's circle back to Justin Bieber's connection to all this mess. While Justin has denied being a victim, there's been a lot of speculation about what he might have witnessed or been exposed to during his time with Diddy. Remember that 2009 video where Diddy talks about spending 48 hours with 15-year-old Bieber? Well, the full context of that video is even more disturbing when you consider what we now know about Diddy's alleged behavior. In the video, Diddy compares his relationship with Bieber to his relationship with Usher, saying, "This is particularly concerning because of the allegations surrounding Diddy's relationship with Usher." Suge Knight, the former CEO of Death Row Records, claimed that Diddy groomed and molested Usher when Usher was young. Now, it's worth noting that Suge Knight has a long-standing feud with Diddy, so his claims should be taken with a grain of salt, but it's still disturbing to consider. In a 2016 interview on The Howard Stern Show, Usher described living with Diddy at age 13 as a wild and crazy experience, where he witnessed very curious things. While Usher didn't allege abuse, his description certainly raises eyebrows, especially in light of the current allegations against Diddy. So when Diddy compares his relationship with Bieber to his relationship with Usher, yikes. That's like saying, "I'm going to treat this kid the same way I treated that other kid." And if the way he treated Usher is now being called into question, that comparison becomes extremely concerning. But let's get back to the trial. One of the most significant developments during the RST week was the announcement that Don Richard would be the next witness. Richard is expected to help corroborate the government's case against Diddy, potentially providing information about who participated in or witnessed these alleged freakos. This is why Justin Bieber's statement came when it did. On day 4 of the trial, right as speculation was ramping up about which celebrities might be named during testimony. By having his representatives clarify that he was not a victim, Justin actively shut down any speculation that he might be called to testify about his own experiences. But here's where it gets interesting. While Justin may not consider himself a victim, he clearly acknowledges that there are victims who deserve justice. This suggests that he might know more than he's letting on about Diddy's alleged behavior. According to former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani, the key part of that statement was denying that he was a victim, but really talking about the other victims. And it wasn't alleged victims, he said other victims through his spokesperson. So I think that is very, very important. Rahmani also noted that very few people are rushing to Diddy's defense, unlike in other high-profile cases like Michael Jackson's. This suggests that even within the entertainment industry, there's a belief that the allegations against Diddy have merit. Now let's talk about those alleged freakos in more detail. According to court documents, these were elaborate performances that Diddy allegedly orchestrated, involving inappropriate activities that were often recorded. The prosecution claims that Diddy used coercion, fraud, and force to get people to participate in these events. This is particularly concerning when you consider those videos of teenage Bieber with Diddy. While we don't have any evidence that Bieber was involved in these freak-O's, the fact that Diddy was allegedly organizing such events while also spending time with underage celebrities is denightly sketchy. Another aspect of the trial that's been making headlines is the revelation that Diddy's parties were infamous for their extravagance and exclusivity. Khloe Kardashian once mentioned on Keeping Up with the Kardashians that both Bieber and Diddy were at a naked party, which has since been scrutinized in light of the current allegations. These parties were apparently so wild that Diddy would openly joke about them on talk shows. In a resurfaced clip from one of Diddy's own videos, he says, "I'm sorry, but if your parties are so wild that you're joking about getting arrested, that's a red flag." And now that we know what Diddy is being accused of, these jokes take on a much darker meaning. Now let's talk about another bizarre interaction between Diddy and Bieber that's been circulating online. In 2021, a video went viral showing Diddy patting down Bieber's chest, which some have interpreted as Diddy checking Bieber for a wire. This interaction happened years after their initial close relationship, suggesting that Diddy might have been paranoid about being recorded, which, given the current allegations, makes sense if he had something to hide. The video shows Bieber looking uncomfortable, which adds to the overall sense that their relationship might not have been as innocent as it appeared on the surface. It's like when your ex tries to act like everything is cool at a party, but the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. But perhaps the most damning aspect of Diddy's alleged behavior is how it might have affected those around him, including Justin Bieber. In that 2020 interview with Zane Lowe, Bieber gets emotional when talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish from the music industry. He says, "This emotional moment takes on new significance when viewed through the lens of the Diddy allegations." While Bieber doesn't explicitly mention Diddy, his tears and his desire to protect young artists suggest that he might have witnessed or experienced something traumatic during his own early years in the industry. And remember, Bieber was signed to Usher's label, and Usher was mentored by Diddy. This creates a direct line of connection between Diddy and Bieber, even if they weren't always in constant contact. It's like a toxic family tree, with Diddy's influence spreading through the industry. Now, I want to make something very clear. While there's been a lot of speculation about what Justin might have experienced, there's also a risk of connating rumors with facts. For example, there's a viral AI-generated song attributed to Bieber called "Lost Myself at a Diddy Party," with lyrics about being "in it for a new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul." This song has racked up millions of views on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, but it's important to note that it's not actually by Bieber. It's an AI creation designed to fuel speculation. Similarly, some fans have pointed to lyrics in Bieber's actual song "Lonely" as potentially hinting at past issues, with lines like, "And everybody saw me sick, and it felt like no one gave they criticized the things I did as an idiot kid." While these lyrics could certainly be interpreted in light of the Diddy allegations, it's important to remember that they could also be about Bieber's well-documented struggles with fame, mental health, and substance abuse more generally. The bottom line is that while Justin Bieber has denied being a victim of Diddy's alleged crimes, the relationship between them was clearly problematic. The power dynamic was imbalanced, with Diddy, an industry veteran in his 40s, wielding significant influence over teenage Bieber. And the videos that have resurfaced show interactions that are, at best, uncomfortable, and at worst, potentially indicative of grooming behavior. As the trial continues, it's likely that more information will come to light about Diddy's alleged behavior and who might have been acted by it. But for now, it's important to respect Justin's statement that he was not a victim, while also acknowledging the courage it took for him to speak out in support of those who were. Because let's be real, having your past association with an alleged predator scrutinized by the entire world is basically everyone's worst nightmare. It's like having your most embarrassing moment go viral, but like a million times worse. First of all, let's address how Justin is doing emotionally. According to multiple sources, he's not in a great place mentally right now. Reports from the Daily Mail suggest that he is so disturbed by the Diddy news and is unwilling to process it or discuss it, so he has shut O. Another source added that so many people who helped to make him who he is were very close to Diddy, and it has completely thrown him. Justin hasn't been responding on this since the home raids. He's not going to. Another source told Us Weekly that Justin is in a hard place mentally right now. This suggests that the resurfacing of these old videos and the scrutiny around his past relationship with Diddy is taking a serious toll on his mental health. It's like having to relive a potentially traumatic chapter of your life while the whole world watches and speculates. Absolutely nobody deserves that level of stress. But there is some good news in all of this. Justin has found solace in his family, particularly his role as a new father. He and Haley welcomed their son Jack in August 2024, and sources say he's thrilled to be a dad, and that his happiness being a dad has outweighed his anxiety about Diddy. That's something to celebrate, at least. Nothing like the pure joy of a new baby to help you heal from past trauma. A source told People magazine that while Justin is aware of Diddy's arrest and all the allegations, he wants to focus on being a great dad and husband, and has been in a happy bubble since his baby's arrival. And honestly, that's probably the healthiest approach he could take right now. Focus on the positive, focus on healing, and focus on building a better future. Hailey Bieber has also been a rock for Justin during this die-cult time. According to insiders, she believes that she is Justin's gatekeeper and has been helping him navigate the fallout from the Diddy allegations. In fact, she posted a 2017 throwback photo of Justin with two middle-angers captioned "mood," which some speculate is her way of showing their collective feelings about the situation. That's what you call standing by your man, ladies and gentlemen. But the drama doesn't end there. There's been some interesting social media activity that might give us further insight into Justin's state of mind. According to Marie Claire, Bieber recently unfollowed Usher on Instagram, which some fans have linked to theories about Diddy. Remember, Usher was also mentored by Diddy, and there have been allegations about that relationship as well, so Justin might be distancing himself from anyone connected to Diddy right now. Speaking of distancing himself, let's talk about how Justin's relationship with Diddy evolved over the years. According to multiple sources, Justin's interactions with Diddy were performative, with Bieber being more friends with Diddy's sons, Quincy and Justin, rather than Diddy himself. This suggests that their relationship might not have been as close as it appeared in those public videos. In fact, in a 2010 video that's been making the rounds, Diddy actually calls out Bieber for acting deranged and not hanging out with him as much as before. Bieber mumbles about Diddy not having his number, which some interpret as early signs of him trying to distance himself from Diddy. It's like when you're trying to ghost someone toxic, but they keep ending ways to insert themselves into your life. Super cringe. This suggests that even as a teenager, Justin might have been uncomfortable with the relationship and trying to create some boundaries. Good for him. Recognizing toxic people and setting boundaries is a skill that many adults still struggle with, so the fact that teenage Justin was already doing this speaks volumes about his intuition. Now, let's talk about the regrets. According to sources, Justin deeply regrets his 2023 collaboration with Diddy on the album, the Love album, Off the Grid. An insider said, if Justin had known about the accusations against Diddy, there is no way he would have done it. This suggests that Justin was genuinely unaware of the allegations until they became public, which is entirely possible given how powerful gurus in the industry can keep scandals under wraps for years. But here's where things get really interesting. While Justin has denied being a victim, his emotional response to the situation and his clear distancing from Diddy suggests that there might be more to the story than he's willing to share publicly. And that's absolutely his right. No one should be forced to label their experiences or share their trauma if they're not ready to do so. It's also worth noting that trauma affects everyone differently. Some people might not even recognize certain experiences as traumatic until years later, when they've had time to process and react. It's like when you look back on a toxic relationship years later and suddenly realize just how messed up it actually was. Hindsight is 20/20ths, as they say. Now let's talk about the public reaction to all of this, because, it has been intense. After Diddy's arrest, fans ooted Justin's Instagram with messages of support, showing that even amid the speculation, people are on his side. There's been a general sense of, we always knew something was about Diddy, which has only intensified as more allegations have come to light. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter, users have been sharing those old videos of Justin and Diddy with comments like, how did anybody not catch this 14 years ago? We've got to do better this time around, expressing shock that these interactions were allowed to happen in the RST place. And honestly, they're not wrong. The videos are disturbing to watch now, and it's baying that adults in the industry didn't step in to protect Justin from what was clearly an inappropriate relationship, regardless of whether actual abuse occurred. Some fans have even gone so far as to analyze Justin's song lyrics for potential references to his experiences with Diddy. For example, in his 2021 song Lonely, Justin sings, "And everybody saw me sick, and it felt like no one gave a ***/ they criticized the things I did as an idiot kid." While these lyrics could be about his general struggles with fame, some fans have interpreted them as a potential reference to his time with Diddy. But it's important to be cautious with these interpretations. As much as we might want to connect the dots, we can't know for sure what Justin was referencing in his lyrics unless he tells us directly. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with half the pieces missing. You might be able to see the general shape, but you can't tell in all the details. What we do know, however, is that Justin is focused on healing and moving forward. According to reports, Hailey Bieber is encouraging Justin to go to therapy to help him cope with the anxiety and stress caused by the situation, which is honestly the healthiest approach. Therapy can be a powerful tool for processing trauma and developing healthy coping mechanisms, so if Justin is indeed seeking professional help, that's a positive step. But amidst all the darkness, there are glimmers of hope. The fact that Justin has found happiness with his family and is focused on being a good father and husband suggests that healing is possible, even after experiencing trauma. It's a reminder that our past doesn't have to dean our future, and that with the right support and resources, we can overcome even the most occult experiences. Justin Bieber getting turned at Sexy Red's party wasn't on anyone's 2025 bingo card, but even more shocking are details emerging about the party's events, because behind the scenes, things got even more wild. And now, Justin Bieber seems to have been caught up in yet another cheating scandal, but this time it looks like they're concrete evidence. From video evidence to Hailey Bieber's weird social media activity, you already know something's cooking up. Let me spill the tea. The viral video and initial reactions. On April 15th, 2025, the internet's favorite bad bitch, Sexy Red, celebrated her 27th birthday with a straight-up banger at the Players Club in Los Angeles. The guest list was stacked with A-listers, including none other than Justin Bieber, who showed up solo without wifey Hailey. During the rager, a video captured Justin giving Sexy Red a friendly hug and kiss on the cheek. The two were then seen vibing together on the dance floor, clearly having a main character moment in what was basically just birthday shenanigans between friends. 2 days later, on April 17th, 2025, 2025. Sexy Red posted the clip on her Insta with the caption, "My two personalities. Thank for coming friend Justin Bieber. Happy birthday, 2-day baddest." Justin reposted the same video on his own feed, which honestly is exactly what you'd do if everything was totally innocent, right? So how did this harmless birthday flex turn into the cheating allegations that had Stan Twitter in shambles? It all started when the comment section went off. One follower replied to Sexy Red's post with, "Justin don't be smiling like that with his girl," basically saying the Biebs was giving Sexy Red more energy than his own wife. This comment could have easily flopped in the algorithm, but then Sexy Red had to spill some tea by responding with, "Yes he do." With this 3-word clap back, Sexy was actually defending Justin and Hailey's relationship, not exposing anything shady. But you know how the internet is. Context gets lost faster than your AirPods, and suddenly everyone's making TikToks analyzing the situation frame by frame. So what was Hailey's reaction to this so-called scandal? Instead of posting a cryptic quote or drafting her Notes app apology, Hailey dropped heart eyes emojis in the comments of Justin's post, basically telling everyone to chill because she's unbothered. And the tea that everyone is conveniently ignoring is that Hailey Bieber was literally at the party. I'm sorry, but where's the scandal? The drama went mainstream when blue check media accounts started posting about it. Page 6 tweeted the whole situation, as did People magazine, giving the whole thing way more clout than it deserved. At least these legit outlets focused on Sexy Red defending the Biebers, not pushing any fake news about cheating. For those who need a refresher on the main characters in this drama, Justin, born March 1st, 1994, has been serving hits since he was discovered on YouTube as a teen. Hailey, born November 22nd, 1996, has established herself as a model and CEO girly with her skincare brand Rhode. The power couple got officially hitched in September 2018 after a whirlwind summer romance, then had the Pinterest-worthy wedding ceremony in South Carolina in 2019. Their relationship has always been in 4K, especially because of Justin's very public situationship history with Selena Gomez. The Jelena stans are still out there, creating supercuts and conspiracy theory threads about every interaction between these three. In August 2024, Justin and Hailey welcomed their first child, a son named Jack Blues Bieber, which should have been the plot twist that finally ended all the drama. But nope, the parasocial relationships run deep, and fans are still acting like they have access to the couple's private chats. It's worth noting that before this non-scandal went viral, the rumor mill was already churning about the Biebers. In early 2024, Hailey's dad, Stephen Baldwin, posted a prayer request that had everyone spiraling. He wrote, "Christians, please, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord." Of course, fans took this as a confirmation that the couple was heading to Splitsville, but Insider T consistently says things are fine between the two as of early 2025. Looking at the bigger picture of the Biebers' marriage, while Justin had some alleged cheating incidents during the Jelena era, there have been zero receipts of any cheating during his marriage to Hailey. The only proof stans have tried to use was Justin commenting on Madison Beer's birthday post in March 2024, which some terminally online people thought was flirty. But considering Justin discovered Beer back in 2012 and she's been in the friend group for ages, these claims were giving major reach. In reality, sources close to the couple keep saying they're very, very happy together. Baby Jack has apparently made their bond even stronger, giving them something more important to focus on than whatever the internet is saying about them this week. But the rumors around these celebs are absolutely unhinged. Some of the Sexy Red theories especially are just too much to handle. The receipts. Justin's past behavior. To understand why a harmless birthday party moment could trigger such a massive backlash, we need to look at the lore, specifically Justin's past relationships and the cheating allegations that have followed him since his Jelena era from 2010 to 2018. That relationship had more plot twists than a Netflix original, and the cheating rumors were definitely part of the storyline. One of the spiciest moments happened in 2016, when Justin and Selena had an iconic Instagram war that deserves its own Netflix documentary. It started when Justin posted pics with his rumored boo, Sophia Richie, yes, Lionel Richie's daughter, on the gram. The Beliebers went full toxic in the comments, and Justin wasn't having it. He clapped back with, "I'm gonna make my Instagram private if you guys don't stop the hate. This is getting out of hand. If you guys are really fans, you wouldn't be so mean to people that I like." Selena saw this as her cue to enter the chat and commented, "If you can't handle the hate, then stop posting pictures of your girlfriend, LOL. It should be special between you two only. Don't be mad at your fans. They love you and supported you before anyone ever did." She deleted the comment, but the screenshots were already spreading faster than a TikTok dance challenge. Justin wasn't about to let her have the last word. It's funny to see people that used me for attention and still try to point the finger this way. Sad, all love. But Selena came back with the ultimate ratio, dropping, "Funny how the ones that that cheated multiple times are pointing the finger at the ones that were forgiving and supportive. No wonder fans are mad, sad, all love. Justin's clapback was the final plot twist. I cheated? Oh, I forgot about you and Zayn? The comment section was in absolute shambles, with receipts that gave us all a glimpse into their private drama. But wait, there's more tea from the archives. In November 2013, during Justin's Believe tour, the paparazzi caught him leaving a brothel in Brazil, supposedly while he and Selena were on again. The details are giving HBO drama series. Justin was spotted at Centaurus in Rio de Janeiro, which according to Billboard and other sources, is where he spent about 3 hours. While it was officially called a private members club in some PR spin, everyone knew Centaurus was actually a high-end brothel that was frequently in the top spots for, adult tourism. When it was time to leave, the situation went from messy to iconic. The PAPs, who had obviously gotten a tip about Bieber's whereabouts, were camping outside. In what has to be one of the most meme-worthy disguise attempts ever, Justin's security came up with a plan that backfired spectacularly. Photos published by Page 6 showed Justin wrapped in a white sheet, being escorted to a waiting car like he was doing the walk of shame on Halloween. Despite this elite-level stealth attempt, the photographers clocked him immediately. The giveaway? His tattoo was visible under the sheet, and his security team was as recognizable as the Kardashians at Nobu. But that's not even the full tea. According to multiple sources, including Vibe magazine, 2 women from Centaurus allegedly got in a separate car and headed to Bieber's hotel, the Copacabana Palace. Hollywood Life noted that photographers confirmed the women were from the brothel through Bieber's security team. The plot thickened when Brazilian news site EGO reported that Bieber was asked to leave his hotel for breaking rules, with rumors suggesting it was because of wild partying and possibly some recreational activities, though no one ever confirmed the specifics. Interestingly, Justin and his team went full ghost mode and never released any statement about the brothel visit. But the Brazil tour drama wasn't over. Enter Tati Neves, a bodybuilder and aspiring model with connections to the adult entertainment industry. During Bieber's Brazil stop, a video showing Justin sleeping peacefully in bed went viral, with Tati blowing a kiss to the camera before the video ends, a move that had everyone asking questions. In her first interview on Brazil's Globo TV show Fantástico, Neves played it coy about what actually went down. When asked if they kissed, she gave the most Seuss answer. What do you think, if I was sleeping in the bedroom, just me and him? Later, in an exclusive with The Sun, Neves didn't hold back on the details. She described their alleged hookup as marvelous and unforgettable, and even dropped some TMI details about Bieber's assets, saying, "Take it from me, he's well endowed, and very good in bed. A man must know what to do to make me happy." Justin did all that and more. It was one of the best moments in my life. It was marvelous and unforgettable. He has quite a fit body and he looked great naked. So how did Neves end up in Justin's villa? According to her, she got an invite to a party at Bieber's rented mansion in Rio's Joa district from a DJ friend who was spinning at Zach's club. She claimed the video was just meant to prove to a friend that she was actually with the Biebs. Team Bieber had a completely different story. Sources close to Justin denied he ever met Neves, suggesting she somehow snuck into his villa to get the footage. Adding more shade to Neves' story, Marcus Mayan, the owner of Zach's club, publicly called cap on her claims, saying she wasn't on the official guest list of 30 women invited to Bieber's after party. Bieber's team went radio silent, neither confirming nor denying anything. There was also tea about actress Chanel Kalaya, who appeared in Justin's 2012 music video, As Long As You Love Me. According to reports, their on-set chemistry allegedly caused problems between Justin and Selena. The vibes between Bieber and Celaya in the video were undeniable. Their chemistry was giving Major more than just acting energy, which had fans wondering what was really going on behind the scenes. What was the BTS tea from the set? According to Celaya, it was all professional. In an interview on August 2nd, 2012, with Matt J. Horn, she described Bieber as amazing, nice, down-to-earth, funny, focused, and professional, which sounds like PR-approved answers, TBH. When the video dropped on August 1st, 2012, it absolutely slayed, racking up 2 million views in just 24 hours. But as the views climbed, so did the rumors about what was really happening off-camera. In November 2012, gossip sites like Celeb Dirty Laundry reported that Selena had discovered sexually toned texts from Justin to Celaya. These alleged spicy DMs were rumored to be the real reason behind one of Justin and Selena's many breakups. According to Hollywood Life, the texts were flirty enough to make Selena question Justin's loyalty. An anonymous source spilled, Justin and Chanel are not an item, but there was definite flirting through text between the two during and after the video was made. With all this history, it's not shocking that fans are quick to assume the worst when they see Justin vibing with another woman, even years later while he's married to Hailey. Past drama has created a filter through which stans view every interaction, regardless of the actual context. But we need to separate Justin's past with Selena from his marriage to Hailey. When Justin and Hailey reconnected in June 2018, after his final split with Selena in March 2018, Rumors immediately started that there was overlap, suggesting Justin might have cheated. Hailey addressed this head-on in her iconic September 2022 interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast. She stated, "When him and I ever started, like, hooking up or anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship ever, at any point." She emphasized, "It's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never do that. I was raised better than that. I'm not interested in doing that, and I never was." Timeline sleuths from multiple sources confirm there was no overlap between Justin's relationship with Selena and getting back with Hailey. They reconnected in June 2018, got engaged in July 2018, and married in September 2018, with all evidence showing Justin was fully single when he got with Hailey. As for Hailey's dating history pre-Justin, there's no tea about her cheating on anyone. She was linked to Drake, Jordan Clarkson, Cameron Dallas, and Shawn Mendes, but none of these situationships had any cheating scandals. Her thing with Shawn Mendes, which lasted from late 2017 to May 2018, ended shortly before she got back with Justin. While some fans theorized there might have been overlap, Shawn has always been nothing but supportive of Hailey post-breakup, even texting his congrats after her engagement to Justin, which is major high road energy. For context, let's look at Justin and Hailey's entire timeline. Their story started way back in November 2009 when Hailey, just 12 years old at the time, met 15-year-old Justin at the Today Show. Her dad, Stephen Baldwin, made the introduction, probably never imagining they'd end up married. At first, they were strictly friends, with Hailey even standing Justin and Selena's relationship publicly in 2011. It wasn't until December 2015 that things got spicy between them, with the pair vacationing together in Mexico and sharing a New Year's kiss at Leonardo DiCaprio's party on December 31st, 2015. But this situationship didn't last. By 2016, they had what they later described in a Vogue interview as a very dramatic breakup. The two spent nearly 2 years apart before reconnecting in June 2018 at a church conference in Miami. What followed was the definition of whirlwind romance, engaged on July 7th, 2018, during a Bahamas vacation, and legally married at a New York City courthouse on September 13th, 2018. They had their bigger, Pinterest-worthy wedding ceremony on September 30th, 2019, in South Carolina. Throughout their marriage, Justin and Hailey have faced serious challenges, including health scares. Justin was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome in June 2022, causing partial facial paralysis that forced him to cancel tour dates. Hailey had a mini-stroke in March 2022 and was diagnosed with a heart condition called PFO, patent foramen ovale. Despite these health struggles and being under the social media microscope 24/7, they've stayed ride or die. In a February 2023 Vogue Australia interview, Justin called Hailey his best friend, showing how strong their bond really is. The arrival of baby Jack Blues Bieber on August 23rd, 2024, started a whole new chapter for them. But even with this blessing, the rumors haven't stopped, with new speculation in April 2025 making Hailey post about how sad she is that people keep making up stories about Justin's mental health and their relationship. Now that we understand the backgrounds of everyone involved and their relationship histories, we can better contextualize the viral video and the drama it created. Justin's past with Selena left a legacy of trust issues that still impacts how fans view his current relationships, even though there's been no credible evidence of cheating during his marriage to Hailey. But the Bieber-Gomez-Baldwin triangle still dominates pop culture, and the drama from early 2025 proves these three will keep breaking the internet for years to come. The Oscar party drama that had everyone talking. When Justin Bieber and ex-Selena Gomez end up breathing the same air, you already know Stan Twitter is about to implode. This particular chapter in the never-ending saga was giving major main character energy. If you've been following the eternal drama between these three, you know that any crumb of interaction, or even potential interaction, between Justin and Selena immediately has the Bird app on fire and TikTok detectives working overtime. The tea we're spilling today is hotter than your overheating iPhone, and honestly serves better drama than half the reality. Shows dropping on streaming platforms this year. Let's break down the timeline that led to Hailey throwing absolute shade. On March 2nd, 2025, both Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez attended the 2025 Vanity Fair Oscar party at the Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts in Beverly Hills, California. This uber-exclusive event, the ultimate post-Oscars vibe check, had the cream of Hollywood in attendance, including these two exes whose relationship status has been living rent-free in fans' heads for over a decade. Interestingly, while both Justin and Selena were giving main character vibes vibes at this bougie soiree. There are no receipts of any direct interaction between them. Justin, staying true to his low-key era, skipped the red carpet entirely, avoiding the paparazzi feeding frenzy that follows him everywhere. Selena, meanwhile, was in full girl boss mode, promoting her film Emilia Perez and serving looks all over the event. The plot twist? Reports suggest that Selena deliberately avoided Hailey Bieber at the party, giving major, "I'm just here to slay, not for the drama" energy. This detail is extra spicy considering the history between them and the non-stop internet discourse their every move generates. Just the fact that Justin and Selena were in the same room was enough to send the stan armies into absolute meltdown, even though Justin is fully committed to Hailey and Selena is engaged to producer Benny Blanco, which was announced in December 2024. The parasocial grip this past relationship still has on pop culture is unmatched. With this entire saga in mind, you can see why Justin and Selena being at the same party in March 2025 was such a moment, especially with Selena engaged to Benny Blanco and the fandom still analyzing every interaction. This brings us to the aftermath of the Oscar party and the tea that led to Hailey's iconic clapback. Following the party, on March 9th, 2025, a fresh controversy dropped when a TikTok creator claimed that Hailey had liked a video throwing shade at Selena Gomez and her fiancé, Benny Blanco. The receipts were allegedly from a video shared on February 14th, 2025, on TikTok, criticizing Selena and Benny's Interview magazine cover shoot. In the original TikTok from Feb 14, the creator, who goes by Courtney, wrote, "I genuinely can't decide which is the worst," over photos from the Interview magazine shoot. "Sorry to do this to everyone, but I had to look at these photos so you do too," the TikToker captioned, adding, "This is the worst." Later, the creator posted a follow-up claiming Hailey had liked the original video and included a screenshot of the notification showing Hailey's verified TikTok account as proof. If true, this would have been major shade in the ongoing saga, but Hailey's team went into full damage control mode, releasing a statement saying, "This never happened. This entire story has been fabricated by a content creator looking to capitalize off of an old, tired narrative." This denial was Hailey's first attempt to shut down the rumors and distance herself from the negative narrative being built around her. The situation reached peak drama when, about 2 weeks after the Oscar party, on March 17, 2025, Hailey dropped a cryptic but pointed message on her Instagram story. The message read, "People take the information they're fed, and they draw a picture of who you are. Most of the time, it's wrong. I can't even with these three. They keep serving drama that's too messy to ignore, and you know I'll be here with all the tea as it unfolds." If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out the videos on your screen now for more juicy content.